Hello, I'm Missy Howard, and thank you for tuning into the Trucker Barbie channel. Today I'm going to talk about team driving. Some of you are new to the industry and you don't know what to expect. And so I'm going to give you a few pointers and let you kind of know what you can expect from team driving in general. Okay, first of all, some team drivers are very good. I've had a few good ones. I've had about 12 team drivers, and 3 of them were excellent, very nice people, and we're still friends to this day. And so I want to give a shout out to them. I love you guys, and I wish you all the best. Some of them are pretty horrible, wretched excuses for a human being. I'm not even going to sugarcoat this. Team driving is usually going to be a bad experience. So be prepared. No matter what you do, no matter how much you try to help your team driver, no matter how hard you try to get along, the team is doomed to fail because some people out there are just classless ogres, products of bad mothering. Okay? You can welcome a team driver into your home. You can watch funny movies with them. You can treat them like family. You can buy them food. You can share food with them. You can treat them like family, like I said, and you can bend over backwards, to try to get along with them, and it will most likely still end up with your team driver revealing their true colors by being a smarmy puke who will try to go for your throat for absolutely no reason at all, other than their paranoia and their inferior ability to interpret the actions of others. Okay, so they're always going to assume the worst of you, these kinds of people. Okay? They're going to put a nasty spin on everything you say and do, and they're always going to be trying to make you look bad. Like, I don't know, like putting somebody down is going to help elevate them. It's so stupid. But believe it or not, 99% of the time, this is what you're going to encounter. There are team drivers out there that have stolen, hidden, and or intentionally damaged items, such as things like charger cords, battery packs, clothing, blankets, pillows, food, air freshener atomizers, and even actual money. Okay? There are smarmy pukes out there calling themselves team drivers that think they have the right to damage, steal, and hide your items, okay? And make up silly reasons for hiding your items, like they were going down the road or you were driving down the road, and while they were back there trying to sleep, those items hit them on the head, and you know better because you've already had 10 team drivers that never ever complained about anything like that, and you were back there too, and none of that stuff ever hit you in the head, okay? So they're just making up reasons to hide and damage and steal your things, okay? There's actually smarmy pukes out there like that. So beware, okay? These people, like I said, they have terrible mothers who failed to discipline their children, just didn't smack them around enough when they were kids and teach them some respect, okay? Coddled them too much, babied them too much, okay? Didn't give them a good ass kicking when they needed it, all right? That's such a shame. All right. I know of another situation where a team driver got on a truck and they poor-mouthed their other team driver into thinking they didn't have money for food. And so, of course, this lady, being as good-natured and generous as she is, what does she do? She goes out and she buys enough food to share. She puts like a package of cheese in the refrigerator. It's like 24 slices, okay? And the next day she goes to make a grilled cheese sandwich. She just needs 1 slice of cheese, and all the cheese is gone. Her team driver ate 24 pieces of cheese in less than 24 hours. I don't know. So, this is the kind of thing. Thieving, selfishness, inconsiderate, scarfing all your food, things like that. So what you got to do is you got to find out what it is they don't like to eat, and you go out and buy that. They don't like tomatoes, you get stuff that's got tomatoes in it. They don't like mustard, you get stuff that's got mustard in it. You get the idea? Okay. So that'll get you through, and that'll make sure you always have enough food on the truck. Find out what they don't like. If they don't like nuts, go out and buy things that have nuts in it. okay? That way they can't steal your food, because they will. They'll absolutely steal your food, okay? Because I hate to say it, a lot of truck drivers just have no couth at all, okay? None. And so you got to teach them some couth, all right? You got to back them down. You got to push back sometimes. But be careful how you do it, because I'm going to come to the next point about that. Some team drivers will start arguments with you, and they will push you to react with anger, all the while they're recording you, okay? Then they cut out the part where they're pushing you and instigating, okay? And then, of course, you look crazy, right? And so they're going to send these recordings to the truck owner you drive for, to the company that you drive for, to other drivers, maybe even dispatchers, okay? And they're going to try to damage your reputation and try to make you look bad, okay? And these people were not taught that you cannot elevate yourself by putting others down, okay? Their mothers didn't do a good job with them growing up, which is why they're like they are, okay? So there's people out there like that. You just gotta watch out for them. All right. People will record you without your knowledge and permission, and they will distribute these video recordings and audio recordings. Team drivers will do these sorts of things, so beware. This recently happened to a lady I know. The company saw through what her team driver was doing, and they dismissed him as a petty, trifling, smarmy puke who was instigating all the arguments. And so he tried every way in the world to try to get her to lose her job and get her fired. But he failed, and now everybody's laughing at him, which is really funny. So she won, he lost. You know, what can I say about that? She got the last laugh. She's thriving, making more money than ever, driving for an owner-operator, and everything is just great. So I was glad to hear that there was a happy ending to that story. Team drivers will launch petty, pissant complaints about you, okay? And they'll go to the truck owner that you drive for. Oh, my team driver's doing this, my team driver's doing that. And it'll be the most stupid, petty, idiotic thing that they can think of to complain about. It could be, I don't know, you left a bag of trash outside and you forgot to take it to the dumpster, and then they make up some story about how another trucker or somebody from the truck stop went and complained to them about the trash on the ground, okay? We all know they're lying. They just trying to start some crap, all right? And so they'll do stuff like that. They'll just make up stuff just to start an argument, okay? Again, another example of somebody who didn't have a good mother. Didn't have a good mother to teach them how to act, to teach them some respect, to teach them to tell the truth. Okay? Now, they will try to back out of agreements with you. Let's say you made an agreement about the schedule. Okay, team drivers, they'll get on the truck after you've made an agreement before you ever got on the truck, and then they'll try to say, oh, no, I didn't agree to that. So be prepared for that. Okay, you might want to try to get stuff in writing, like get stuff in text and stuff like that, so that you can go back and refer to what it is you agreed to. All right, because you may need it later. So some of them, they just don't have integrity. You got to stick to your guns. Their mothers didn't teach them integrity and the importance of sticking to something that you said you would do. They'll do things like lay their nasty, sweaty head on your pillow because they, purposely forgot their pillow, and so they'll ruin your pillow. And then after they ruin your pillow, they'll go out and buy a pillow for themselves. Same thing with what you call these selfie sticks. They'll break your selfie stick, and then they'll go out and get another one, and it'll be for them. Okay, just petty, trifling, just disrespectful. Like I said, people who didn't have good mothers. Okay, people who weren't raised properly do this kind of stuff, and then they go to try to team with other people, okay, and they're bad people. They shouldn't be teaming. They should be by themselves, because nobody wants to be around such a person. All right, and I heard of a team driver recently who endangered the safety of their team driver by jerking the truck back and forth, slamming on the brakes really hard, knowing that their team driver was not restrained in a seat belt or over-the-bed safety harness. And they actually put bruises on their team driver. And they're so classless and so arrogant and so unchristian-like that they thought that was funny, that they put bruises on their team driver. Again, another example of a person who didn't have good mothering, okay? Wasn't taught any respect for women, all right? Just a bad, bad person that doesn't need to be teaming, doesn't really need to be around anybody. So, you know, like I said, some people just weren't raised right. And here's some red flags to look for when considering a team driver. The person has no close bonds with anyone, all right? Their wife, their husband, their boyfriend, their girlfriend has left them. Okay, there could be a very good reason that they're alone in the world. It could be that they're so obnoxious and so smarmy and so mean and so degrading and so horrible to be around, okay, that you're not going to want to be around them either, all right? So now it might not be their fault that they're alone, but you need to really think about that. Somebody with no close personal associations, really. Somebody that's pretty much a loner, all right? That's probably not good team driver material. Also, someone with any kind of law enforcement background or security background. It reveals something about their personality type. They're going to tend to be paranoid and bossy and pushy, and they're going to try to order somebody around. They're going to try to take authority in situations. You know, they're going to try to treat somebody like they are less than them, you know. And so you got to watch out for this, okay? Because, you know, the team driver that you could be thinking about teaming with might be one of the quote-unquote bad cops, okay? So just keep that in mind. Anyway, like I said, there's just people out there that will complain about where you park the truck. Like when they wake up, they can't go on off-duty driving and park it where it needs to go, okay, or where they want it. They'll complain about the stupidest things, like, you know, they'll try to tell you to, you know, clean something or whatever. Your team driver is not your boss, okay? They got no business telling you to do anything. They just a team driver, all right? Don't tolerate that, because they can't operate a truck by themselves 24/7, all right? So they got no business trying to push you around or order you around, so don't tolerate it. Put them in their place, all right? Don't take no crap off no team driver, all right? You're a person too. You've got rights too. Stand up for them. Have a backbone. You're going to need it. So anyway, shout out to all the good team drivers I've had, which I said earlier in the video. And I wish all of y'all the best and safe travels. And I hope that you find a good team driver. And if you do, I hope that you're able to keep a good team driver on the truck with you. Thank you again for tuning in, and have a great day. Bye-bye.